still keep your picture by my bed, even though the colors slowly fade. Every smile is frozen in that frame, but nothing feels the way it did that day. The silence knows your favorite song. It hums the words when I'm alone. Your side of the room still looks untouched, like you're only gone until the morning comes. I tell myself that I'll move on, but every road still leads to you. How do I forget the only heart that ever felt like home? Maybe somewhere underneath the stars you still remember who we were. Maybe I'm just holding on to dreams that disappeared with us. If you still love me, would you run into my arms tonight? Would you wipe away these endless nights? Would you tell me I was worth the fight instead of letting go? If you still love me, would you hear my name inside the rain? Would you miss the sound that once remained? I'd give forever just to hear you say you never lost my heart. If you still loved me. I passed the cafe where we'd always meet. The empty chair still looks at me. Someone laughs across the room tonight, but it sounds nothing like your melody. I've learned to smile when people ask, pretending that I'm doing fine. They never see the storm behind the quiet in my eyes. Every sunset feels the same, another goodbye painted gold. How can time keep moving on when mine stopped with yours? If love was written in the sky, why did ours disappear? I'm still searching through the clouds for words I need to hear. If you still love me, would you run into my arms tonight? Would you turn my darkness into light? Would you promise we could make it right instead of walking out? If you still love me, would you hold me when the nights get cold? Would you heal this heart that's growing old? I'd trade every tomorrow that I own for one more chance with you. If you still love me. Maybe love isn't enough sometimes. Maybe fate can be unkind. Maybe two hearts can break apart even when they never wanted to. Still I whisper to the wind, hoping somehow you'll hear my voice. If memories can cross the distance, maybe they'll bring you home. If you still love me, I'd stop pretending I'm okay. I'd finally let these tears escape. I'd tell the world that hope remained because you came back home. If you still love me, every lonely night would fade away. Every broken dream would find its place. I'd hold your heart like yesterday and never let it go. But the morning always comes and I'm waking up alone. You're only living in my memories, the only place you never left. So I'll keep talking to the moon, like maybe it can carry me to you. And if someday our paths should meet, I'll only ask one thing: did you ever miss me the way I never stopped missing you? Learned your favorite color by the way your eyes would shine beneath the summer rain. You never knew I watched from far away, holding every smile you never gave. You spoke my name like I was just a friend, while I was building dreams that had no end. I wore 1,000 words behind my lips, but fear became the lock I couldn't pick. Every heartbeat wrote another line, a love letter I'll never let you find. Maybe some stories are meant to stay untold. Maybe some feelings are too beautiful to hold. I'm loving you in silence, where no one hears my heart, smiling while I'm breaking, pretending I'm not falling apart. You're dancing through my daylight while I'm hiding in the dark. Every hello feels like heaven, every goodbye leaves another scar. You never know your name is every prayer I've whispered through the night. I'm loving you in silence, even when it hurts to breathe sometimes. I memorize the laughter in your voice, like it's a song the world can never spoil. Another hand is holding yours tonight, while mine keeps reaching through empty skies. People say that time will heal the pain, but time just teaches hearts to hide the rain. The truth is written underneath my smile. I've been losing you for quite a while. If loving you means letting go, then why does every step still lead me home? Some dreams survive without becoming real. Some hearts keep beating with wounds they'll never heal. I'm loving you in silence, where every word remains unsaid, building little worlds inside my mind, while reality keeps pulling me instead. You're living every future that I'll never get to share. Still I save a place beside my soul, as if you'll somehow find me there. You'll never know how many nights I wish your heart would call my name. I'm loving you in silence, while quietly fading in the rain. Maybe one day you'll wonder where I've gone. Maybe you'll hear the love inside this song, but I won't ask you to turn around for me. Love isn't love if it steals your destiny, so I'll keep every memory like stars nobody else can see. I'm loving you in silence, though every tear is learned to hide. Every broken dream still carries a little piece of you inside. If forever means watching from afar, then forever I'll be grateful that I knew exactly who you are. You'll never owe me your heart, you'll never have to hear my goodbye. I'll carry all this love alone, like moonlight carries the night sky. I'm loving you in silence, where my heart still softly calls your name. And even if you never hear it, my love will never ask for anything. So if the wind should whisper softly when you're walking home someday, maybe that's my heart still reaching from a world too far away. I loved you without asking, without promises, without blame. And if silence is where love must live, and silence will forever speak your name. I still remember how your laughter felt like morning light inside an empty shell. And now every street keeps whispering your name, but nothing here will ever feel the same. Your picture sleeps inside my phone tonight, a little ghost that glows in fading light. I tell myself I'm stronger than before, yet every memory knocks upon my door. Maybe forever was too much to ask. Maybe love fades behind a fragile mask. I smile outside while breaking deep within, still losing every battle I can't win. I've got half a heart left behind with you, still beating where our wildest dreams came true. The other half keeps trying to move ahead, but every step just walks through what we said. If love was meant to heal instead of hide, why am I empty with these tears inside? You took the sunrise when you said goodbye. Now every star forgets to light the sky. I've got half a heart left behind. I hear your voice inside the pouring rain. It falls so softly just to leave more pain. The seasons change but I remain the same, still carrying the echo of your name. They say that time can mend a shattered soul, but missing you still leaves an open hole. The clock keeps turning every single day, while part of me refuses to walk away. I never learned how letting go should feel. Some broken things are never meant to heal. If love could hear the silence that I keep, you'd know your memory never fell asleep. I've got half a heart left behind with you, still beating where our wildest dreams came true. The other half keeps trying to move ahead, but every step just walks through what we said. If love was meant to heal instead of hide, why am I empty with these tears inside? You took the sunrise when you said goodbye. Now every star forgets to light the sky. I've got half a heart left behind. Maybe somewhere underneath the moon, you're singing all the songs we loved too soon. Maybe someone else now holds your hand, while mine still reaches for what wasn't planned. If I could trade tomorrow for one night, I'd tell you every wrong I'd make right, but wishes disappear before the dawn, leaving strongest part that only ever knew. A love so real it still survives the end, even though we'll never meet again. I'll wear these scars like stories on my skin, proof that loving you was worth everything. Though every road has carried us apart, you'll always own that missing piece of my heart. Half a heart left behind with you, half a heart left behind with you, half a dream still waiting to come true. And I'll keep breathing through the lonely night, holding what's left until I find the light. So if the wind should carry this goodbye, know I still loved you more than words could try. One day these tears may finally set me free, but half my heart will always be with you. You left your shadow on these empty walls. Every picture still remembers us. The silence speaks much louder than your voice, and every memory was never really a choice. The coffee's cold beside the window pane, just like the promises washed away by rain. I tell myself tomorrow I'll be fine, but every sunrise only rewinds time. I still hear echoes of your name, even when the city's fast asleep. I buried all the words I couldn't say, but somehow they still breathe. You're the one who walked away, leaving half my heart behind. You took the light from yesterday, now I'm chasing what I cannot find. I keep pretending I'm okay, but the truth won't fade away. Every tear still calls your name. You're the one who walked away. I found your sweater in the closet door. It smells like all the dreams we had before. I should let go, I know it's overdue, but every road I take still leads to you. People tell me healing takes some time, yet broken clocks still count the sleepless nights. I smile enough to fool the world outside, but lonely hearts have nowhere left to hide. I build 1,000 walls of stone, still your memory slips right through. Every goodbye keeps coming back, as if it never knew. You're the one who walked away, leaving half my heart behind. You took the light from yesterday, now I'm chasing what I cannot find. I keep pretending still whisper every prayer. Maybe somewhere far beyond the rain, you'll remember I was there. So I'll leave this song behind, where the broken hearts can stay. If you ever hear these words tonight, no, I never stopped loving the one who walked away. I saw you smile beneath the city lights, the same one that once carried me through the night. You laughed the way you used to laugh with me, but now your happiness belongs to somebody. The wind was cold, but not as cold as truth. Watching someone else stand where I once stood. I never thought forever had an end, until forever found another friend. I keep telling my heart to let you go, but memories don't listen anymore. Every step I take away from you leads me back to where we were before. To someone else's hand, while mine is reaching through an empty space. I'm smiling like I'm learning how to stand, but every smile is hiding half my pain. I never wanted love to end this way, or become a story left unsaid. I'm still here loving yesterday, while you're already living life ahead. You're holding on someone else's hand, and I'm still holding on to you. I still remember every little dream, the tiny promises between the seams. We painted futures only we could see. Now they're faded like forgotten memories. Friends say time will wash away the scars, but every sunset writes them in the stars. No matter where this lonely road may bend, your goodbye repeats without an end. If healing comes, it's taking far too long. My heart still sings your favorite song. Even silence says your name somehow, though you're not listening now. You're holding on to someone else's head, while mine still trembles in the rain. You found another place to safely land. I'm learning how to breathe through all this pain. I never thought I'd lose your eyes, or hear forever become goodbye. You're walking toward a brand new life, while I'm still asking myself why. You're holding on to someone else's hand, and I'm still holding on to you. Maybe love was never ours to keep. Maybe hearts are only borrowed dreams. I could hate you, but I never will, because loving you is loving me still. If someday our paths cross again, I won't ask where you've been. I'll simply hope your heart has found the peace I never found. You're holding on to someone else's hand, and somehow that should set me free. But every part of who I am still reaches for what used to be. else's hand while I'm letting go, one heartbeat at a time. If you ever think of me someday, don't remember all the tears we made. Remember how we loved with all we had, before you found another hand. Always called when the night got cold, when silence weighed more than words untold. I'd answer every time without a doubt, even knowing how the story played out. You smiled at me through borrowed tears, but your heart was somewhere else for years. I kept believing love would change your mind, while you were leaving little signs behind. I gave you everything I knew, the best of every broken piece. Still every road you chose to take led farther out of reach. I'm second choice, never your first name, the one you held when someone else walked away. You found my heart when yours was falling apart, but never planned to let me stay. Shelter from your storm, not the sunshine that you dreamed of. You only needed me enough to heal your lonely heart. I'm second choice, but I loved you like I was your only one. Every promise sounded beautiful, every kiss felt almost wonderful, but almost never builds a home. It only leaves us soul alone. I memorize your favorite songs, the little things that made you smile. You never noticed all I gave, you only stayed a little while. Now every mirror asks me why I kept reaching for your hand, while you never reached at all. I am second choice, never your first dream, just the quiet place between your memories. You wore my love like borrowed time and left before the morning light. I gave you every honest part, you gave me half a heart. Still somehow I kept believing you would choose me from the start. I am second choice, but I'd have chosen you forever. Maybe someday I'll understand why love can bloom in empty hands, why the faithful heart keeps breaking, while the careless one keeps leaving. I'll stop blaming all my scars, they only prove I love this hard. One day someone will hold my soul without comparing me to anyone before. I won't be second choice forever. I deserve a love that stays, someone who won't look over my shoulder, searching for yesterday. I'll find the one who sees my worth, who never makes me question mine. Until that day I'll carry hope, one heartbeat at a time. You were my favorite goodbye, the lesson hidden in the pain. said forever with a quiet smile, like forever could survive a little while. I held your words like they were made of gold, never thought they'd fade before they grew old. Every morning carried pieces of your light, every evening wrapped us safely through the night. But somewhere between the laughter and the tears, we disappeared without a sound. Maybe love can lose its way, without a warning, without a reason. Maybe hearts don't always break at once, sometimes they break by little pieces. Almost wasn't enough, almost forever wasn't love. We were one step from forever, and one goodbye became too much. I gave you every piece of me, but pieces couldn't make us whole. You were close enough to keep, too far away to hold. Almost wasn't enough to save a love already letting go. I still pass the places where we laughed, now they only echo through the past. The empty seat beside me knows your name, even silence hasn't changed. I keep your letters in a dusty drawer, reading words that don't belong anymore. They're frozen like a photograph in time, smiling through a fading life. If I could rewrite yesterday, I'd stop the moment before goodbye. But time keeps walking without us, leaving tears that never dry. Almost wasn't enough, almost became another memory. You reached for someone else's tomorrow, while I stayed inside yesterday. I kept believing we returned, even after all the bridges burned. Hope became the hardest part of learning how to lose your heart. Almost wasn't enough to keep you standing next to me. I blame the rain, I blame the miles, I blame the world for losing us. But sometimes love just quietly fades without a villain, without enough. You taught me that the deepest scars can still become tomorrow's stars. One day someone will hold my heart without letting it fall apart. Almost wasn't enough, but loving you changed who I am. Even broken dreams can leave behind the strength to love again. I'll carry every lesson learned without carrying all the pain. Your goodbye became the road that leads me home again. Almost wasn't enough, but I was always enough. So when the night remembers us, I'll smile instead of asking why. Because some hearts are meant to heal, not stay inside. Goodbye. You were my almost, but you will never be mine forever. I learned your silence like a favorite song. Every pause told me where you belong. You never had to ask, I was already there, holding up the weight you didn't know you'd share. I counted every dream inside your eyes, even when they looked beyond mine. You were chasing stars across the sky, while I was wishing you'd look behind. I hid my tears behind a smile, afraid the truth would make you run. So I loved you quietly, like the moon loves the sun. I loved you more than you knew, more than these words could ever prove. Every heartbeat whispered your name, even when you never felt the same. I'd have crossed every road for you, stood in every storm you walked through. But loving you was something only I could do. I loved you more than you knew. I still remember rainy afternoons, talking about forever under silver moons. You spoke about the life you hoped to find, never knowing you were leaving mine. The photographs are fading day by day, but somehow your smile refuses to fade away. The world keeps spinning like nothing has changed, yet nothing feels the same. Sometimes the deepest kind of love never asks to be returned. It simply burns in silence until there's nothing left to burn. I loved you more than you knew, more than the sky could ever hold. You were my spring in wintertime, my warmest light against the cold. I'd have given every piece of me just to keep your heart from breaking. But some loves are only meant for quietly remembering. If I could write another ending, I'd leave the pain outside the door. I'd tell you every hidden feeling I was too afraid to say before. Maybe then you'd understand why goodbye still hurts today. Not because you walked away, but because I watched you leave. I loved you more than you knew, more than forever ever asked me to. Though you're only a memory now, my heart still keeps a place for you. I'll never regret loving you, even if you never loved me too. Because every beat inside my soul was honest all the way through. I love you more than you knew, and maybe that's enough for me. So if the wind should speak my name, or the rain should call yours too, know somewhere beneath this quiet sky there was someone who loved you more than you ever knew. The coffee shop still knows our names, but now I sit here all alone. The chair you used to pull so close feels colder than the winter storm. You laugh with people passing by, like nothing ever came undone. I'm standing in the same old place while you're already moving on. I thought that love would leave a mark that time could never erase, but every day I see you stranger's face. I'm watching you forget me, like we were never real. You're letting go so easily, while I'm learning how to heal. Every memory still calls your name, every street still feels the same. You close the chapter quietly, I'm still reading every page. I'm watching you forget me, while I remember everything. Your favorite song came on tonight, I almost reached to call your phone, and I remembered someone else. Now here's the dreams I used to know. The pictures fade inside my room, but not inside my restless mind. Some goodbyes are loud as storms, some disappear without a sign. The hardest part is not goodbye, watching seasons slowly change. It's knowing I still know your heart, while you no longer know my name. I'm watching you forget me, like I was only passing through. You found tomorrow in someone else, I'm still holding on to you. I keep searching through the silence for the words we never said. You're already chasing sunlight, I'm still dancing with the rain. I'm watching you forget me, and it breaks me every day. Maybe love isn't always enough to make two hearts beat the same. Maybe forever is only a word people whisper before they change. I'll stop asking the stars for answers, stop pretending you'll return. Some flames are meant to warm your soul, not forever burn. I'm watching you forget me, but I won't forget myself. The pieces that you left behind will slowly learn to heal. One day these tears will lose your name, and these nights won't feel so long. I'll carry what was beautiful and leave behind what's gone. I'm watching you forget me, but someday I'll remember how to smile again. If our paths should cross someday, I'll wish you peace instead of pain, because loving you was never my regret. Only watching you forget. And though your heart has found another way, mine will find its light again. Saw your name in the morning light, written where my heart still hides. The dreams we built like fragile glass now live somewhere inside the past. You used to trace the lines on my hand, promise we'd never lose our way. Now every promise drifts like smoke, a carried by the words we couldn't say. I keep replaying yesterday, looking for the moment love slipped free. Maybe forever changed its mind, or maybe it was only me. Or someone else's forever now, the dream I couldn't hold somehow, the arms that once reached out for mine now wrap around another life. I still whisper your name at night, though I know you're out of sight. I gave you every part of me, now you're someone else's forever, not mine. The seasons change without asking me, but my heart stayed where you left it. Every road I walk reminds me of the home we never finished. Your favorite cafe closed last spring, the place where we lose track of time. Even the city learned to move on, while I'm still reading every line. If love was meant to set us free, why does freedom hurt this way? I carry pieces of your goodbye through every brand new day. You're someone else's forever now, while I'm still learning how to breathe. You found a sky to call your own. I'm searching through these empty streets. Every song becomes your echo, every silence says your name. Some hearts stop beating for each other, mine just never changed. Maybe I was only a chapter, never meant to be the end. Maybe our story had to break so another one could begin. I'll stop blaming all the stars, they only watched us fall apart. The hardest goodbye isn't losing you, it's teaching my heart to let go. You're someone else's forever now, and I'll stop wishing that was me. Love isn't measured by who stays, but by the truth we couldn't keep. I remember every sunrise, every laugh, every tear we shared. Even if your future isn't mine, I'll be grateful that you were there. You're someone else's forever now, but you will always be a beautiful part of my yesterday. If happiness has found your soul, then I'll quietly let you fly, because real love sometimes means wanting someone to smile, even when that smile belongs to someone else. Hurt me with the truth. You don't have to hide behind a smile, but tell me everything will heal with time. I've seen the distance growing in your eyes long before you ever said goodbye. Every conversation lost its light, every I'm okay became a lie. We kept pretending nothing had changed, while love was quietly slipping away. Don't leave me guessing in the dark. Don't make silence speak for you. A broken heart can learn to mend if it knows what's true. Hurt me with the truth. Don't comfort me with lies. I'd rather cry because it's over than spend forever asking why. If your heart has found another road, don't tell me there's still hope. Let every honest word cut deep. At least I'll know. Hurt me with the truth, so I can finally let you go. I remember how your hand fit into mine, like every lonely piece had found its place. Now your touch feels like a fading photograph, a memory time can never quite erase. I searched your face for one last reason, one small spark to make us stay. But love had already packed its bags long before that final day. Don't say maybe if you mean goodbye. Don't leave the door halfway open. Hope is hardest to surrender when it lives inside unspoken words. Hurt me with the truth, even if it breaks my soul. 1,000 painful answers are kinder than a beautiful unknown. If I'm no longer in your future, say it without fear. The deepest wounds can slowly heal, but not uncertainty. Hurt me with the truth, even if I disappear. One day these tears will lose their way. The nights will finally end. I'll stop waiting by a door that never opens again. Love shouldn't need pretending or survive on borrowed time. If we're already strangers, don't call what's left still mine. Hurt me with the truth, because the truth can set me free. I'd rather carry honest scars than chains of false belief. I'll remember all the beautiful days without rewriting how they end. You don't have to love me anymore, just don't pretend. Hurt me with the truth, and let tomorrow find me whole. So if this is really our last page, don't whisper words you don't believe. Give me the truth, no matter how it hurts, because lies are harder to leave. I'll survive the heartbreak, but not the hope that isn't real. We lit a fire with hopeful hands, believing love could always stand. Every spark became a promise made, bright enough to chase the darkest days. You traced forever in the air, like nothing could erase us there. But even stars can lose their glow when no one notices they're growing cold. I watched the silence steal your eyes, one quiet night at a time. We didn't fall because we stopped believing. We simply stopped trying. We were the flame we couldn't keep, burning bright until the air grew weak. I gave my heart to every ember, still couldn't stop the fading heat. Now all that's left is gentle smoke, floating through the words we never spoke. Some fires aren't meant to last, but they'll forever warm the past. We were the flame we couldn't keep. The empty room still knows your name. The walls remember every frame. I hear your laughter in the rain, like echoes dancing through the pain. I kept your letter by my bed, reading all the things we never said. Maybe love isn't always lost, sometimes it quietly runs out. I search for one more spark to save, one more reason not to leave. But even hope can lose its light when hearts no longer believe. We were the flame we couldn't keep, a candle fading in the breeze. You reached for dreams beyond these walls. I stayed behind with memories. I'll never blame the changing wind or all the nights we couldn't win. Love isn't measured by how long it burns, but by the warmth it leaves within. If I could hold one final moment, I'd choose the night we first believed. Before goodbye became a whisper, before forever learned to leave. Now I carry tiny pieces of a fire that shaped my soul. Though the light has disappeared, its warmth still makes me whole. We were the flame we couldn't keep, but we were beautiful to see. For every sunrise that we shared, there's still a little light in me. I'll stop chasing fading embers, I'll stop begging time to stay. Some loves become the quiet